Right, so when I'm logged in as a user, I want to be able to navigate to my account. But again, this is a protected route. So we need to first of all protect it and also navigate to it once we are logged in. So let's click on this and you can see this says not found. We previously imported the UI for this. So if I open this up, you can see here at the bottom in my pages section, we have an account page, which renders an account layout. So essentially the account page is there. If we go into routes, we have an account page as well. So all we need to do is create the account page. So that's quite simple and import it in. So const is going to be account, import lazily the account page from here. That's fine. So essentially, if I just import it in like that, that satisfies everything for us. So now if I go into here, I can see my account and there's an error here. So let's quickly go into the account and account layout, and in account layout, there's quite a lot going on. So first of all, what I want to do is comment out the delete user, and I also want to comment this stuff out here. I just want to see the my account page. So let's just quickly handle all of this, and then we can essentially add these in later. So these are the update features and the delete features that we will cover in the course. So now let me just quickly save this and let's go to my account. So in here, if I refresh the page, I can now see my account in here. So that is working correctly. But if I log out and copy this URL, I've been signed out, and paste this account in here, but again, it's still going to my account. This route should be protected. So essentially what should happen is the header shouldn't even be showing. It should just go straight to the 404 page. So let's quickly log back in, put in my password, which is Firebase Auth, and press enter. I'm back logged in. I click my account and we are now on the my account page. So let's protect this, but we need to protect it when a user is logged in. So using Firebase Auth once again, what I'm going to do in my Firebase folder in Auth in here, actually, what I'll do is I'll create a new folder this time. This is called components, because this is going to be a higher order component that wraps around a page to check whether this person is logged in or not. And in here, I'm going to create a new folder called require user. Essentially, this is going to be a React component, but a higher order component. So RAFCE, require user, like that. And this require user is going to take in children. So essentially, the page is going to be the children. So again, we need to fix the types. Let's create a new type file in here called types.ts and export type of require user props. And it's essentially going to be children of react.react node. And now all we need to do is add this type in here, react.fc, and then the type is the require user props, which we need to import. So now what we want to do is if we go in and close this off, and also we can close the other things off as well. So now we need access to this again. So let's copy this and basically do the check in here. So auth, import that in, import this in from React Firebase Auth. And then again, we need to handle the loading state. So let me just quickly bring this in like that. And now what we need to do is handle the user state. So first of all, if there's no user, first of all, what we want to do, all user is equal to null, then we need to navigate the user back to the not found page or navigate back to the login page. So navigate, and this comes from React Router DOM, like so. And then this is pretty simple. It's navigate to, and then the routes enum that we have. And that is back to the login page. Or you could do the not found page. It's up to you. And then we just need to close this one off. So essentially, we're getting the auth state object. We're accessing user. If user is essentially null or undefined, we could put in undefined in here. Then we need to navigate to the login page. If it's loading, it's going to be showing the loading state. And now finally, if there is a user, what we need to do is essentially return the children. So return the page that it has. So now this is a helper. So this will wrap around the page that we want to protect. So this is how you would protect a route based on whether the user is logged in or not. So if I go into app.tsx in here, now the account is the one we need to wrap around. So all you need to do here is require user like this and essentially pass in the account in here. So all we need to do now is import this in, and again what we want to do essentially is lazily import it in. So when we bundle everything together, then there won't be any warnings from V saying that this is, separate. It's not separated into its own chunks and lazily imported in. So if I now save and test this out in my app, so I can see the my account page now, but if I log out, so let me just copy the URL. I'm signed out, and if I go back into here, it should navigate me back to the login page, which is what we defined. So let me press enter, and now you can see it's taken me to the login page. So it's protected that route basically. So if I log back in, and now what we want to do is in the My Account page, this is where we want to be able to update the information of the user and so on. What we're going to be doing next is, if we look at our commented out code over here, the first thing we need to do is update form for email users only. So essentially what will happen is, when we have a other provider such as the Google provider, which is what we will create later on, then we wouldn't update the email manually because we're signing in through a third party provider like Google. So Google will basically do everything that we have already done and more. Essentially, if you wanted to update the Google user information, you wouldn't do that in this app. You would do it in google.com/myaccount or whatever it is. And then you could update the Google information in there. All we're doing in here is doing a check to update the form for email users only. So we'll have an update form in here, and we'll also do change password and also delete user as well. So all this functionality is coming next.